Max Allegri remains and confirmed as coach of Juventus moving forward. We're going to take a look at that, and I'm going to give you the insight on what Mirko Di Natale texted me yesterday in terms of the situation. We're going to take a look at all the Mercato rumblings. We're going to take a look at the latest news revolving around Giuntoli and him joining Juventus, and the big bomb today about Juventus removing themselves from Super League. All right, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. I'm Alberto. Let's rock. We're going to kick things off with some Mercato rumblings. Tutto Sport brings to us that Juve is going to take one last ditch effort for Rabiot, offering them same salary as he's getting right now and taking advantage of the growth decree. Some have this, but letting them believe that Allegri is going to remain, and Juve is trying to use that to try and get Adrian Rabiot to remain and stay with us. Obviously, we know about some targets outside of Rabiot should he leave, Fratesi being one of them. The latest on that is that Inter is trying to actually overtake Juventus on that. Coop Miners has been another name listed. Do not rule Sergej Milinkovic-Savic out on this, because I am hearing that Juve is making a hard push. There's been an agreement in place there for a while. Right now, they're going to try to take advantage and leverage the fact that Lotito has him going into a final contract year, and they're trying to play off of Lazio wanting Luca Pellegrini to remain there. All right, so that one is still far from over from everything I'm getting. Now, when we look at Quadrado, Mirko Di Natale says that in a few weeks talks could remain. He is not necessarily completely done at Juventus, and Alexandro is actually on the flip side. Despite the automatic renewal, Juventus could potentially terminate that contract. So essentially just biting the bullet, paying him his salary that he's owed, and saying goodbye still in order to move forward. Something I've said a lot on the show I think should happen. Now we get to the big stuff in terms of Max Allegri. Yesterday, Di Marzio coming out and confirming Max Allegri to remain as bench boss for Juventus moving forward. Obviously, after that, Sky Sport followed suit, and a couple other accounts had also followed suit, saying that he will remain, and everything looks like that. Now, the big thing to keep in mind here is that the big three when it comes to Juventus news, Schira, Mirko Di Natale, Romeo Agresti, none of them have followed Di Marzio's suit and confirming. Not one of the big three can confirm it, all right? When I was talking to Mirko Di Natale yesterday in a text message, he replied to me and said this: the situation is very much like 2019 when you have a split in upper management, okay? And that's exactly what's happening. Schira, Romeo Agresti, and Mirko Di Natale all confirmed a major rift between Calvo and Max Allegri. Now, they say it all comes down to Elkan. Today, you're getting rumors surfacing from other sources, not these three, that Elkan has essentially told Calvo to sort things out so that we can move forward with Allegri. Now, again, the big three have not confirmed that. Mirko Di Natale told me this, that, and I can attest to this because now all of a sudden, even with my sources, everything has gone silent and quiet. And it's very hard all of a sudden to get anything out of Juventus. He says two Juve sources, important ones for him, Mirko Di Natale, only had this to say in terms of Max Allegri being confirmed. No comment. That's all he can get. They cannot confirm it. So I'm waiting for one of those big three. In terms of Giuntoli, most of what we're hearing is that Giuntoli will not get the green light from De Laurentiis. And the latest suggests that Juve is going to have to get involved and try and negotiate something with De Laurentiis. But Mana is very much ready and apparently already working while they wait for Giuntoli. Could be next year that they wait for Giuntoli and look for Mana to step in there and take the place for the time being. The other bomb today is that apparently Juventus has sent a letter of intent to Real Madrid and Barcelona to back out of the Super League. Some believe that this is coming down from that plea deal and a part of that plea deal. I can't see that, since that plea deal essentially only had FIGC involved, not UEFA. UEFA has their own separate pending case going. Now, for me, I think this is a shame because I think there is a major push coming from Super League. The signs are all around it. The fact that Rijkaard, head of A22, who's going to fund the whole thing and push the whole thing, backed out of the presidency role of Bundesliga tells me something is going on there. The financial repercussions for Juventus, if they back out and this thing does go through, is massive, because it would, in 1 year of Super League, it would take them at least 5 to probably accumulate what they could in that one league play in Super League for Champions League. So this is a big one. I don't think they should back out of it, but it appears they will, and it also just shows exactly what's going on and why the Super League needs to happen and whatnot, because UEFA was told they cannot interfere in any way, shape, or form with the Super League. However, we have seen them not give an absolute shit about it and continue to try and bully and push their weight around and take advantage of teams when they can and when they're in tough circumstances. That is a major reason why the Super League needs to happen. Now, as far as Allegri being confirmed, hey, it is not out there from the big three yet. We wait for that. I continue to wait for that before anything. But the majority of fans out there feel a certain way that they would seriously question the club's ambitions and desires if they can continue with Max, knowing everything we have that has come to light when it comes to players being disgruntled, losing half the locker room, and issues with Calvo at the top. It's what could possibly go wrong moving forward when you're coming off 2 abysmal seasons with next to nothing for improvement. I still don't buy in that Juventus will continue forward, but again, when I look at it, it wouldn't surprise me. Everybody, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all right? Let me know what you think about everything going on in the comment section right now. Silly season doesn't even do it justice right now for what's going on. Things are heating up and getting wild. Hey, we got to take it one day at a time, and I'm going to be with you every step of the way, all right? Drop your comments in there. Let's mix it up until tomorrow's edition. Fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Let's see what goes down.